15th gen is gonna be incredible. Everything you own is obsolete. You can't even launch games anymore. New desktop CPUs next month in July 2024. It's like, just release the 3D version right away. Why do they bother? Hopefully it's the same socket. It is, right? So I gotta buy a new motherboard. Same AM5 socket. That's cool. Okay. This looks exactly the same. It wasn't like Micro Center giving away free fucking motherboards and RAM with AMD CPUs because nobody was buying that shit. Built on 4 nanometer. It's a refresh. AMD is likely carrying over the IO die. Oh, they did it again, man. AMD is all about that minimum viable product, baby. Holy shit. It didn't do anything again. We're still on Zen 2. They just keep tweaking little things and re-releasing the same shit. So you're gonna be stuck on 6400 megahertz of RAM again? You know, I mean, the 6400 megahertz wasn't a problem on the 3D chips, though. The cache kind of takes care of it. You don't need like DDR5 10 million if you have 3D cache, right? So that's not having the same IO die isn't a deal breaker as long as the fabric can. It's really, they got to get their fabric speed up, man. At least if they could have made it like 10 cores per CCD or something, because just fucking anything, dude. So nothing changed. Ryzen 9000 will be slower than 7800X3D, and Intel 15th gen will be slower than 14th gen. I guess they're both doing that shit. 15% IPC. That's quite good. That's really good. 15% IPC. Yeah, that brings it close to Raptor Lake then. Or I would say then it probably has the same IPC as like Alder Lake. That's what I would say. Maybe a little bit less than Alder Lake. Just Alder Lake can't clock that high, right? This is like fucking 5.8. But that's very good. A 15% IPC increase. So it's not just a node refresh then. So this could be a good workstation chip actually. If it's 16P cores, I would say, yeah, it's not gonna, this doesn't mean anything in terms of gaming though. So it's still gonna lose to the 7800X3D in gaming. So this is gonna be a hard pass until the 3D variants come out. I'll buy one and test it though anyway. But the IPC is looking very good for the 3D variant eventually when it releases down the line, right? That'll be pretty sweet. But yeah, it still looks like your Intel CPU is still going to be your king. So it's still going to be slower than Intel though. Looks like. Because without the 3D cache, you need the DDR5 8000, right? Now I know people are going to be like, but it can handle DDR5 8000. No, it does in 4-to-1 mode, not 2-to-1 mode. 8000 megahertz on Ryzen is slower than 6400 megahertz in gaming. Slower. Go test it yourself. I don't know, man. So yeah, you can tell that Intel is really trying to focus on the E-core development side of things and not so much. It's weird. It's like I don't know. It's almost like they're trying to make Like it's not, it's pretty smart. What if they made just like e-core only laptops? Why not? So if you like, if these e-cores have double-digit IPC increases, just throw 8 of those bitches in a laptop, and now that thing pulls no power at all. You can't play games on it, but who cares, right? That's not what, like a Chromebook or some shit like that. Chromebook sized, I should say. I think that's got to be what they're going for, man, because they're putting so much development in all this like tile e-core shit, and they're just not focusing on gaming at all, dude. For some reason, I don't know why. It's all e-core development. Here's the other weird thing about this entire situation. There isn't a single game that exists that a max OC 14900K doesn't max out. Anyway, am I wrong on that? Because even in Warzone, there's people hitting like 300, 330 FPS now with a maxed out 14th gen. It's like, I don't know what else there is anymore. Maybe they should just be focusing on e-core development at some No, I've benchmarked flight sim. Then again, I guess it depends on. I've never tried Dragon's Dogma, to be fair. I really should try that shit. What we really need is some kind of technology to like cache assets, but it needs to be so much more than 3D cache, right? It needs to be like I tuned your rig. Your name doesn't even look familiar. Well, I'm glad you're happy though. Like we need like HBM on chip. So if you take Rust for example, when you run down the map in Rust and it has asset pop-in, no CPU can counteract asset pop-in, right? So we need something to counteract that. Like load all the assets into HBM right beside the fucking CPU so they can talk, right? We need something like that, not IPC increases, clock speed increases, DDR5 10 million increases. Yeah, that we're kind of done with that, I think. Like we've peaked. I feel like there's not really a goal there anymore, right? That's what? No. That's not good news. Why? I don't like hardware guys, man. Their thought processes are so backwards. Why is it good news that something else sucks? It's like why does 15th gen affect your product in any way? It doesn't make your product slower. You know how you can tell a guy doesn't play games? Comments like that. Does what you have now do what you need it to do? If yes, you're good. If no, you're not good. It's like, I'll never forget, Monk was the first guy that did that shit when he was like, oh shit, a 3090 Ti is out. Now my 3090 is obsolete. The next generation product does not affect the product that you have now. Why are people like that? It doesn't make any logical sense. Oh, I'm so happy that next gen is gonna suck so that I don't have to upgrade. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's like, so do you have a goal? Do you play anything? Yeah, it's just FOMO. Yeah, like, I mean, hey, man, maybe I shouldn't be educating people. I should just be like, wait, hang on. 15th gen is gonna be incredible. Everything you own is obsolete. You can't even launch games anymore. Use affiliate links, bundles, Max OC. Just buy all my shit. Just, you gotta be on that bleeding edge at all times. You gotta spend $10,000 every 4 to 5 months, or you can't compete at all. At all. You're just a poor fucking Timmy. You're never gonna have more than 1 KD in any game that you play. Bronze 5, even with a controller. You need to constantly spend that fucking hard-earned money. Just give it to me, so I can get you a bundle, and that way you never have to feel that FOMO of I don't have the best. Never have to feel that. If you just give all your money to me, you're good. If you just ask yourself what the goal is, all that weird anxiety and FOMO and human behavior, all that kind of goes away instantly. It's like, because you really got to just write it down. Be like, hey, I got a fucking piece of paper here. I'm going to write down what my goal is for hardware. And my goal is I would like to play Dragon's Dogma at 60 FPS or whatever. Can you currently do that? Yes. I'm good.